Last time I showed you the functionality of Nightcrawler, the one that get all the links from the site, and Control F that search strings from a group of website. We now move to one of the most popular threat intel tasks that is getting the Whois information from an IP or domain registry. We all know that a domain name can be legally owned or held by any person, identity, or organization, also known as the domain registrant. I searched from Google. The Whois domain database is the listing of all registered domains and is regularly used for various legal purposes. Network administrators use the Whois lookup to identify and fix problems. For instance, Whois information can be used to check domain name availability, identify trademark infringement, and keep domain name registrants accountable. In this video, I will show the integration of Whois to Spyder and how can this help SOC automate its task. Now that we got all that out of the way, cue the intro. Okay, so we're back on the Spyder interface and let's get in. Type in yes. So for us to see all the commands, we type help. And there we go. We have the command for all the modules that the Spyder have. Right now we are going to focus with Whois. So let me zoom in it so you can all see it clearly. This is Whois. As we see here, the first argument must be Whois and dash IP if we want to evaluate a certain IP address, dash domain or dash D if the data to be evaluated is a domain. We have second argument, maybe IP or dash domain, depending on what you needed. This is the example syntax. So Whois dash IP and an IP address. So the third argument must be an IP address for us to evaluate a certain IP. Then Whois dash domain, then the domain name. This is for the third argument must be the domain name if you wanted to get information of a domain name. Then if we want to evaluate a group of IP from a certain input or a group of domain from a certain input, then the third argument must be dash I. It's an IP or domain from the input file. So example is this. We have Whois, the first argument, dash IP, second one, and dash I, which means that we will generate Whois on all IPs from an input file. Then on the second one, we have Whois dash domain dash I. This one generates Whois on all the domain from an input file. And let's get it. Let's clear this thing up. Everything's clear now, and let's execute our first one. So let's say we wanted to get the domain registry or domain information of reddit.com. So we have Whois dash domain, then the website, which is reddit.com. There you have it. So as we can see the output here, we have the date. This is by far, I think, the updated date, the expiration date. I think Reddit just renewed their domain just this March 29, 2020. So as you can see here. Then we have the expiration date, which is this one, on April 29, 2022. So the domain should expire at this certain date right here. Then I can see the name here as null and the DNS security as unassigned. And country is from US, you can also see that. Whois server, markmonitor.com, state, California. You can also see the registrar and the referral, which is unavailable. And the name servers, also see that. Then the company name, which is Reddit Incorporated. And the creation date, it's April 29, 2005. And you can also see emails from the website. Okay, so we have that. And let's try another one. Let's say, let's go into sport. Whois dash the NBA. Here the information of the domain. See the last one, its updated date is, as you can see, here's the updated date. And the status, the city is in New York. It's the NBA. The NBA main office is in New York. The zip code, the domain name, have that one. Country, and the name servers. Oh, you can also see on the entire address here is 645 Fifth Avenue. And the name servers here, all is good. Creation date is this. So this creation date indicates the first time the website was created. And the emails. Let me go to a social media site. Say Whois domain, say facebook.com. There you go. You can see the updated date is March 10, 2020. And the status, typical. DNS sec is also unsigned. City is at Menlo Park. Expiration date, I think that's 8 years from now. Main name, and the US, which is the country. Also, state is in California. We all know that Facebook is in Silicon Valley, and registrar is Registrar Safe LLC. The name servers, the organization name, and the creation date, March 29, 1997, and the emails. So that's a single input domain information. Let's move to a single input from an IP address. So let's clear this one out. Let's have a random one, 143.213.517.18. Let's see, so we have this one. Let's break this down. We have ASN, and then the CIDR, which is this. You can also see that one here. The country code, very important, getting the information from an IP. ASN date, the CIDR again, and this one is, you can also see the city to which the IP is located. Description. You also have the range here, the postal code. Okay, I think let's do some fun stuff here. Right? Let's create a scenario. You wanted to investigate malicious IP. You want to know the information about it. Let's research. Go to Google and let's search some malicious IP if we ever got one. Let's go to fish tank. I am a human, not a robot. Please click email containing a train. I don't know. I don't want any bots. D-Shield. We have blacklist.de, a free and voluntary service that provides list of the attacker's IP addresses. Let's see that. Oh, there you go. Cool. Let's try this one. Let's clear that out. Say what do we have? Whois IP. There you go. It's a China IP. You know, we can have the CIDR here. This belongs to this one, and it came from a financial street building in Beijing. Oh yeah, we have China Unicom Henan province. So that's the ISP of the IP. We have that there. China province network. I think that's about it. Anything more? Okay, let's proceed with the next malicious IP. Go with this. We have that. Alright. Also from China. From Henan's China Unicom Henan province. It's a different IP. Maybe they work as we have the ASN date. Alright, they have the same ISP with the first one right there. Let's go to our third scenario. Well, I got that from malwareurl.com. Yeah, they have a very nice repository of malicious domains and IPs. Want to check and go to this website. It's kind of cool. Oh, there you go. So this is the latest threat from October 27, 2020. It is said that this IP is from Hong Kong, and as a JS Saigon has this kind of threat name here. So let's just try this one and let's see if we can get anything, if we can get further information about this IP. Whois IPs. Now that we got into it, we have, seems it's from SC. The country is Hong Kong and the country code is SC. So let's check what does SC country code mean. Oh, say keyless. We have the address. It's coming from the ISP Digital Core Technology. That's about it. That's our 3 samples. What if you wanted to get the information from a group of malware domains? Yes, that's gonna be easy. It's just a 3-argument command from Spyder. You can input any number of domain here. Okay, let's run this. And it's running now. Right here. It must have been finished by now. Okay. All right, it's done. It's done. All right. It's so freaking done.